Go.
Okay, now that we've taken care of all the checks written for for all the deposits on problem 7-5B, now we're going to look at the checks that we have written during the month of July to see if they've cleared and to make sure no mistakes were made. So you can see here, we wrote check number 614 for $243.50, and I've got it here on my bank reconciliation for $243.50. So we can mark that off as cleared. Check 615 for $350.10. I've got that one, so I'm going to take that and mark it off. Check 616, $279.90. I've got it on both. Check 670 for $395.50, $395.50. Check 618 for $435.40, $435.40. Check 619 for $320.10. I've got that on both items. Check 620 for $238.87, $238.87. Check 621 for $309.50. Check 621 for $309.50. We've written in here that we voided out checks 622 and 623. So that means we tore them up or took care of them at the business. They wouldn't show up at the bank. Then we've got check 624 for $707.01. So I've got that I'm going to take off there. I have got check 625 for $158.63, $158.63. Check 626 for $550.03, $550.03. Check 627 for it's 381.73, and it was actually 318.73. So what I have to do is I'm going to have to take care of this on the bank reconciliation. It's another error that we made. So error on check 627 should be 318.73, 318.73, not 381.73. So it has cleared, so I can take it off there. So I just need to make the correction in my own books. So I'm just going to underline that there. All right, then we've got 628 for $837.70, but that hasn't cleared yet, so that'll be an outstanding check for us. So 628 is outstanding. 629 for $329.90. 629 for $329.90. There's that one. We have check 630 for $882.80. There, I've got it there. I've got it here. I've got check 631 for $1,081.56. I've got that. I have check number 632 for $325.40. So I've got that one there, that one there. Check 633 is an outstanding check, so we're going to have to take care of that one. And then the last check on the bank statement is check 634 for $241.71. So I can cross it off here. You'll also notice under here there's $36. It's got the amount SC in front of it. That's for our bank service charge. So we'll record that on the bank reconciliation. And NSF stands for not sufficient funds. That means a customer wrote us a check that wasn't good, so it got returned to us. We have to take care of that on the bank reconciliation. And then finally up here, I wanted you to look at, they show us that it's from the first of the month to the last of the month, that our balance at the beginning of the month was $9,422, and the new balance that they're showing is $11,601.41. So when we move over to the wall and do the bank reconciliation, I'll show you how to walk through and do that. All right, now that we've finished doing all the comparisons between the bank statement for July and last month's bank reconciliation and the books, checks written and deposits made, now we can do the bank reconciliation. And so remember, the purpose of the bank reconciliation is to adjust the balance according to the bank, which they tell us on the bank statement is $11,601.41. Adjust it to the book balance, which just says it's $7,664. When we're done with both of these, we should be able to have both adjusted balances be the same. So you can see on the top, first we're going to deal with items dealing with the bank statement. So here we've got the bank balance on 7/31, and we looked at that on the bank statement, and it was $11,601.41. So we're going to have one addition, which is the deposit in transit of $1,177.87, and we're going to have our 3 outstanding checks. So on the first line here, I'm going to add the deposit in transit from July 31st of $1,177.87. So that's my total additions. And then I'm going to have 3 deductions. So I'm going to list those all on the inside. So I'm going to have deduct. I've got outstanding check. On the first one I have is number 613, which is for $137.50. I also have outstanding check number 628 for $837.70, and then I have one more left, outstanding check, which is number 633 for $310.08. I'm going to add those 3 deductions together and move them out here to the far column, and those come to $1,285.28. So I've got $1,285.28. So in order to get my adjusted cash balance, I'm going to take the cash balance of $11,601.41. I'm going to add that deposit in transit. I'm going to subtract those total deductions for those outstanding checks, and I'm going to get an adjusted balance of $7,664. This amount there is wrong. Oh no, this amount here is wrong. I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong place. See? Should have done the math instead of trust my notes. The adjusted balance is $11,494. Again, that's taking the beginning balance, adding the deposits in transit, and subtracting the total deductions. And so the adjusted balance, $11,494. I'm hoping you'll forgive me because what I was looking at was the starting cash balance on the book. So they're together close in my notes. So again, to calculate out the book balance, we start with the balance on 7/1, which the problem gives us. The additions are all the deposits that were made. The subtractions were all the checks that were written. So we have a starting cash balance on 7/31, according to the company, of $7,664. So we're going to start here, $7,664. There's 0 cents. And remember, where we're trying to get is to the $11,494. So if you remember, when we were looking at the bank statement, it showed that they had actually collected a note for us. And I told you that the $4,000 was for the actual principal and $160 is for the interest. We're going to use one line for that on our bank reconciliation. So that's the first addition there. So I'm going to have add, and it's a little wordy. I'm going to add the note collected by bank. I want it to be so it looks the same on your homework, including $160 of interest. And I have more than one addition here, so I'm going to put that on the inner column, and that's $4,160. And I don't think the problem did a very good job of pointing that out to you, that that was a note and interest, just by having it as a miscellaneous thing that they picked up for us. Additionally, we have to take care of the two errors that we found. Remember that the first error that we found was on our deposit from July 23rd. So we had our July 23rd deposit. The problem tells us that all errors are our errors. So the bank properly processed the deposit as $731.45. So the bank recorded that proper. And we made the error when we recorded it, and we mistakenly did it for $713.45. So that I put book error here. So that means that we didn't add an additional we didn't add $18 when we were doing that as our deposit. So we're going to add that properly back in on the bank reconciliation. So you're going to see me go add error in recording. Our deposits on 7/23. So I'm going to add that in, that $18 deposit. If I had made the deposit too little, then I would have had to subtract that out. And then I also have an error on check number 67. That's for check 627. And that should have been written for $318, and instead we recorded it as $318.73. So we had recorded it as $318.73. Oh no, we recorded it as, that's what the bank cleared. We recorded it as $381.73. So we took too much out of our account again there by $63. So we need to add that back in. So we're going to put add error. Error in recording, check 627. $63. We're going to add all of those up, and we're going to put, that total comes to $4,241 even. And then we've got two deductions that we're going to take out. So the first deduction's for that non-sufficient funds check. So here we're going to have deduct. I'm going to put non-sufficient funds check. That was $375. And then we also need to deduct the bank service charge. which I showed you also on the bank statement of $36. So we're going to have total deductions of $411 even. And so when we start with the beginning balance on the company records, add the total additions, subtract the total deductions, we come to $11,494, which matches the amount that we got above. So I'm going to pause for a second, but when I come back, we need to make journal entries for these items. These items we've already recorded. Then remember, we looked at our records. This is a deposit we've already recorded. These are checks that we've already recorded. But these items that the bank took care of for us, and these errors, we need to correct our own records for that. So we'll do some journal entries once I get this page taken off the wall. All right, everybody. Now, as I said before, we're back. We need to make a journal entry to show the addition of this $4,241 to our cash account. In addition, we need to do a separate journal entry to show the deduction of $411 from our cash account and to record all the items that we need. So we're going to start up here with the additions. So we're going to start, remember, we've got the date of the journal entry. We're going to do the additions to cash. So remember, cash is that asset account. We always increase our assets with debits. So we're going to debit cash for $4,241. And then we're going to have a credit for all of those items there. So the first item we're going to credit is the notes receivable. It's important to remember that notes receivable, we just want to record the principal amount, not the interest that was recorded. So we'll credit that notes receivable for $4,000. We're going to credit interest revenue for the $160. Never give myself enough room here. So that's the first two credit. When we made the $18 error on our deposit, all of our deposits are from sales. So we're going to credit sales, increasing that by $18. And then we also need to decrease our accounts payable because we recorded, we had debited this accounts payable by $63 too much. So we want to make sure we take care of that account. And then we're going to do a second journal entry for our deductions. So the non-sufficient funds check was from a check that a customer wrote for us. When that doesn't happen, we need to increase their accounts receivable to us because now we have to rebill that customer. So we're going to debit that accounts receivable by the $375. And then we're going to debit that miscellaneous expense account for the $36. And now we're going to credit cash for $411. So once we finished all this, the amount that you're going to show on the balance sheet on July 31st is going to be this $11,494. And then for number 4, it says, assume that a canceled check for $180 had been incorrectly recorded by the bank for $18. The error would be that we would have an addition to the bank statement, and then we request the bank to correct that error. So that's our big problem for this chapter. Make sure you contact me if you have any questions about the process as we went through it.